Hello guys, welcome to another class.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, welcome. So today we're going to have a very interesting class. We're going to be continuing with the simple present. In this case, we're gonna use simple present, but not using the verb to be, using other verbs. So just let me look for the presentation. Give me 1 second. All right, so welcome to class number 3. So we're going to be having also a review, but we are going to learn new things as well. So the first activity is going to be this one. So we have name, age, profession, country, nationality, and adjective. So I want you to pay attention to the picture and I want you to make up this information. So for example, his name is John, he is 35, and so on. So just remember that whenever we are whenever we are given this information, we have to use the verb to be. So let's see. Alessandro, what can you
Yes.
tell me about this person? I want to know his name, his age, his profession, his country, his nationality, and tell me an adjective related to this
Um,
picture.
an attitude is, for example,
For example, he's tall, he's handsome, he's well looking, he's slim, and so on. But
okay.
I want to know all this information about this person. Uh-huh.
From she or he.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay. His name is Michael. He is 35. His profession is a doctor.
Mhm. Uh-huh. He is from.
He is from Russia.
Mhm.
His nationality is Russian, and
Mhm.
he is tall.
Very good. Excellent. Let's see another one. Victoria.
Okay. His name is Richard.
Mm-hmm.
he mm, he has 28 years old. He's a doctor. He's from um, Switzerland,
Mm-hmm.
and his nationality is I don't know.
Swedish.
Swedish. Okay, and he's mm, 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 he's a good doctor. So,
Excellent. I just have one observation, Victoria. Victoria, do we
okay.
say, when we say the age, do we use has or he is?
I'm sorry. He's
Very good. So don't forget that, guys, please, because that is pretty basic. So whenever we are talking about our age, we don't say have. I have 20 years old. No, we say I am 20 years old. Very good. So let's continue with the second picture. Freddie, help me.
Yes, her name is Sandra. She is 29 years old. She is um, she is me- mechanical.
Mhm.
She is from El Salvador. Her nationality is Salvadorian,
Mhm.
and she is beautiful.
Very good. So just pay attention to the profession. She is a mechanic. She is a mechanic. Very good.
Mechanic.
Yes. And the last one, Juan Carlos.
Okay, her name is Sonia. She is 35 years old. She is a mechanic, and her is from USA, United States, and her nationality is American.
Very good. Repeat this one. Uh,
Her
uh,
nationality
uh-huh.
is American,
And country.
United States,
Repeat the complete sentence.
United States of America, USA.
She is from.
She is from USA.
Very good. Excellent. Very good. Now let's continue. So let's pay attention to this video. But let me share it with sound.
ESL Library.
I want you to pay attention to the video because at the end I will ask you some questions. So this is pretty much about the simple present and how to use it. Then we are gonna practice. So please pay attention to it.
Simple present. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The simple present is a verb tense. We use the simple present tense for repeated actions. Repeated actions happen over and over again. For example, I eat breakfast every day. I read in bed every night. I always study after school. Simple present verbs have two forms. Which form do we use? That depends on the subject of the sentence. Subjects can be pronouns. Subjects can also be nouns. We use a base verb when the subject pronoun is I, you, we, or they. I walk to school every day. You always drink coffee. We sometimes eat dessert. They study every night. We use verb plus s when the subject pronoun is he, she, or it. He reads the newspaper on the weekend. She takes the bus to work in the morning. It sleeps on the couch every day. We use a base verb when the subject noun is plural. The students take the bus to school. My parents drink coffee every morning. We use verb plus s when the subject noun is singular. The student walks to school every day.
Okay, let's pay attention to this one because we're only talking about just one single student. That's the reason that we are changing the verb. We are adding an S. So we say the student walks. In the previous example, this one was pluralized. So it was the students walk without the S.
My dog always sleeps on my bed. We also use verb plus s when the subject noun is non-count. Snow falls from the sky in winter. My hair grows quickly. Look at the picture and say or write a simple present sentence. For example, she drinks coffee every day. Now you try.
Victoria.
I take the bus every day.
Perfect. Juan Carlos.
He always eat breakfast.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, let's see. So just remember to mention the S because we are using he.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if we are using a frequency adverb like always, even though we have an S here, it doesn't matter. We always need to add it to the verb. So we say he always eats breakfast because we're using third person singular. In this case, he eats. Alessandro.
Mm, they walked.
Mhm.
No. Yes.
The complete sentence.
Ah, okay. They walk to the park on the weekend.
Very good. Excellent. They walk. Freddie.
The student read a book every morning.
Are you sure we're talking about just one single student?
The student reads
Very
a
good.
book every morning.
Excellent. Very good. What about this one, Daniel?
The students studies after school.
Are you sure?
Study?
Yes, because we have students.
Okay.
Okay, so just for you to remember, cuando tenemos una S aquí, no se la agregamos aquí. Cuando no tengamos una S aquí, se la agregamos aquí. No siempre aplica, pero les puede servir en un futuro. Como ya tenemos aquí una S, ya no se la vamos a agregar aquí. So in this case, it'll be something like the students study after school.
Thanks for watching.
Okay. Now let's continue. So remember that we use the simple present with other verbs. We are not talking about the verb to be here. We are talking about the simple present with other verbs. So we used it when we talk about routines, habits, facts, and truth. What is a fact? Something that doesn't change. So for example, the earth revolves the sun. La tierra le da vuelta o gira alrededor del sol. So that is a fact. That is something real.
I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Can you repeat that word, please? The pronunciation?
Revolves. The
Re?
sun revolves.
Can you write
Type
in the
it.
chat, please?
Yes, just give me 1 second.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
But because I'm using the earth, it is singular, I will add the s. Revolves. And then we have truth. For example, dogs bark. Dogs bark. Esa es una verdad. Los perros ladran. Dogs bark. Help me with this, please. Juan Carlos.
Okay. Okay. Subject plus base form verb plus complement.
So
Well,
this, sorry. I will explain this. So thank you very
okay.
much. So yes, pretty much we have the subject, we have the base form verb, and we have the complement. Let's pay attention to this. The green part is the base form verb because it has not been modified. It has not been conjugated. So we say work, and then we have working. Working is not a base form because I am adding ing. So it is no longer a base form. This one is a base form. But be careful because we are going to be using a base form only with I, you, they, we, and plural nouns. Okay? Why am I saying this? because we also have the verb plus the s. That is no longer a base form because we are adding the suffix s. So we are modifying it. So it becomes no longer a base form. And I have an example here. Help me, Daniel.
I work at Speak Academy.
Perfect. I work at Speak Academy. So as you can see, I'm following this structure. I have my subject, which is I, base form verb, work, and my complement, which is this prepositional phrase, at Speak Academy. And don't forget the period. And then we have some other examples. For example, we have this one. Help me, Freddy.
I work out from Monday to Friday.
Excellent. So this is considered a routine. I work out from Monday to Friday. So even though I'm using a phrasal verb to work out, I'm still using my base form. It doesn't matter if I'm using here um, a particle. Okay, I work out from Monday to Friday. So teacher, what's the meaning of workout? Based on this context is to do exercise. And I don't modify my base form verb. And then we have the second one. Victoria.
I practice my English every other day.
Excellent. I practice my English every other day. Let's pay attention to the capitalization of the words. For example, Monday and Friday. We are talking about days we have to use capital letter. The same happens when we talk about languages. English. Capital letter here all the time. But actually these rules only apply in English because in Spanish is way different. We don't apply these rules. So we have, I practice my English every other day. So I'm talking about a routine. No, this is an habit. So what's the meaning of every other day? What is the meaning of every other day? For example, I practice my English on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. Let's pay attention. Use your fingers. So I practice my English on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. So what's the meaning of every other day?
3 times of the week or not?
Nope. It is like saying, one day yes, one day no, one day yes, one day no. So that's the meaning of every other day. Un día sí, un día no, un día sí, un día no. And then we have the last one. Help me please, Daniel.
Humans have a heart and a brain.
How do you pronounce this one?
Humans.
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 Very good. Have a what?
Heart.
Hurt like dolor.
Heart.
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 Very good. Be very careful because if you say hurt, you're saying like dolor. Like this word, you'll see. This one. That one is hurt. This one is heart. So humans have a heart and a brain. So this is something real. This is considered a fact because we all have a heart and a brain. Any questions? Do you have any questions? No? Okay, let's continue. So, let's see. Give me 1 second. Right now, we are going to learn how to introduce ourselves. So we have this. First, we start with our names. Name, my name is Kevin. I am 27 years old. Where I live. I live in San Jacinto. My profession. I am a teacher. Where I work at Speak Academy. 3 good things or about me or qualities. I am very patient, a fast learner, and enthusiastic. 1 routine. I walk 2 kilometers every day. 1 habit. I read English articles online. So I want you to pay attention to the words that are in red because I'm mixing the verb to be and I'm using also other verbs. So for example, in this one, I'm using is, which is the verb to be. In this one, I'm using the contraction of I am. So am. And then I'm using live, work, walk, and read. Why? Because it is like in Spanish or any other languages. You can mix sentences and verbs. You're not going to use the same verb all the time. And let's pay attention because whenever we are using other verbs, like in this case, we are not using the verb to be because I don't say I am live en San Jacinto. Yo soy vivo en San Jacinto. Yo estoy vivo en San Jacinto. No. So just remember, we cannot mix in simple present. We cannot combine or mix the verb to be with other verbs. That is impossible. Okay? In other tenses, yes, we can do it, but the meaning is way different. But in simple present, please keep in mind that either we use the verb to be or the another verb, but we cannot use them together. Like in this case, I am live. No, I am work. No, I am walk. No, I am read. No, only when it is necessary. Like in this case, my name is Kevin. Mi nombre es Kevin. I'm 27 years old. Tengo 27 años. I am in San Jacinto. Yes, we can say that, but the idea is different. I don't want to say that I'm here. Yo le quiero decir that this is my location. I want to talk about where I live. Ah, I live in San Jacinto. I am a teacher. Soy un maestro. I am at Speak Academy. No, I am not. I'm not talking about my location. I want to talk about my job, about where I work. So I work at Speak Academy. And so on. But what happens if we want to introduce another person? We are going to change many things. Like in this case, let's see. Help me with the first line. No, let's see. Who is going to read this? Alessandro, help me read this, please.
Okay. How do you introduce another person?
His name is Kevin. He is 20 years old. He lives in San Jacinto. He is a teacher. He works at Speak Academy. He is very patient, a fast learner, and how do you pronounce enthusiastic?
Like that.
Oh, okay. He walks 2 kilometers every day. He reads English articles online.
Excellent. So I want you to pay attention how we change. Oops, give me 1 second. I want you to pay attention how we change the verbs. And this one remains the same. His name is Kevin. But in this one, because I'm using he, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change the word to be. It'll be is. He is 27 years old. He lives. Lives with an S because I'm using third person. Actually, I'm using third person all the time. He lives in San Jacinto. He is a teacher. He works at Speak Academy. He is very patient, a fast learner, and enthusiastic. He walks 2 kilometers every day. He reads English articles online. So in this one, I'm using first person. In this one, I'm using third person singular. Do you have any questions about this?
No
Any
questions.
Okay, so let's continue. So we're going to do this activity. So in here, I will show you either a question, an affirmative, and a negative. Right now we have a question. For example, do you like comics? So what would it be the affirmative for this question? Let's see.
Yes.
Freddy.
Yes. Yes, I do.
That'll be the answer. But I want you to turn this question into an affirmative sentence. How would you do it? Quiero que convierta esta pregunta, no que la responda, que la convierta en una oración afirmativa.
I like a comic.
Very good. I like comics. What about negative?
I don't like comics.
Excellent. I don't like comics. Perfect. Now let's see. She studies English. The question. What would it be the question?
Does she studies English?
Very good. Just remember, we are using does, so we are not going to modify the verb because this is doing all the work. Okay? And cuando nosotros in questions and in negatives, we are not going to modify the verb. No importa cuál sujeto lo estemos usando, nunca lo vamos a modificar. En este caso, no lo modificamos porque estamos usando el auxiliar does. Y aunque tengamos el she, no se modifica. Okay, so very good. Does she study English? What about negative? Victoria.
Um, she doesn't study English.
Perfect. She doesn't study English. Awesome. Let's continue. They don't wear shoes. Affirmative. Alessandro. Alessandro?
Yes, I'm here, but let me see. I don't know.
Yes, you do. Si sabe. So this is the negative form. They don't wear shoes. What is the affirmative form? ¿Cuál es la forma afirmativa de esta oración? Alessandro.
Yes.
Ajá. ¿Cuál es la forma afirmativa de esta oración que tenemos aquí abajo? Aquí está en negativo. ¿Cómo lo
Ujú.
haría en positiva?
Ah. Ay. Mm, no,
¿Qué le tendríamos que, qué está haciendo esta oración negativa?
don't
Entonces, para hacer la afirmativa, ¿qué tenemos que hacer?
do. Ah, they do weird shoes.
No.
No, 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 no,
¿Qué
no.
pasa si se lo quito?
They wear shoes. Ah,
Very good.
Oh.
As simple as that. They wear shoes. So this is affirmative and this is negative. Actually, in English is way easier because we are just removing don't. And there you have an affirmative sentence. They don't wear shoes, negativo. They wear shoes, positivo. Super fácil. But what about the question, Daniel? What about the question?
Sería do
Do.
um,
Who is the subject?
they
Do they?
do they wear shoes?
Excellent. Do they wear shoes? Remember intonation. Do they wear shoes? Very good. Does your mom cook well? Let's see. Affirmative. Freddie.
My, I'm sorry.
My.
Mm, Your mom cook well.
Okay. Let's change this your. Actually, it was okay, I guess, when you say my. My mom.
My mom cook well.
Okay, very good. But there is one little mistake. Well, actually, no mistake. There is something missing. What is missing, guys? When we say my mom cook well, what is missing?
I mean, but I know that it's okay, but it's my mom cook very well. No.
Not really. Actually, that's okay. We can say very well. But there is something missing, guys. Hace falta algo. Pay attention. My mom cook well.
Is cooks.
No, guys, I told you not to use is when we have other verbs. Pongámosle atención. Okay, let's pay attention to this. I have I, you, he, she, it, they, and we. Those are personal pronouns. Esos se ocupan cuando no se quiere mencionar algo, cuando se quiere hacer referencia de algo. Let's suppose that I don't want to use the word my mom or the expression my mom. Yo no quiero usar my mom. Entonces, ¿por cuál lo sustituiría?
She.
Exactly. She. ¿Y qué dije? ¿Qué se hace con el verbo cuando tenemos she? O he or it? Or third person singular? ¿Qué se le hace al verbo?
She cooks very well.
Excellent. My mom cooks well. My mom cooks well. Because mom es tercera persona, mi mamá. Or we can also say she cooks well. Now, let's see. Let's pay attention to the negative form. Alessandro. We have, does your mom cook well? My mom cooks well. Negative.
Uh, my mom
Ajá.
don't
Hello. Ajá.
cook well.
Almost. Very good. That was very close. But I want you to pay attention to the question. I want you to pay attention to this one. Are we using do?
No, 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 she don't.
No,
No,
she don't. Or my mom doesn't.
my mom doesn't
My mom doesn't. Uh-huh.
cook well.
Excellent. My mom doesn't cook well. Let's continue. Sam and Bob drive to work. The question, Daniel.
They
¿Cómo sería la pregunta? ¿Con qué iniciamos una pregunta en English?
Does.
does
But we have two people. Es plural.
do they
Very good. Ajá.
do they drive to work?
Don't
Works.
say, okay, they is okay. That's fine. Do they try to work? That's fine. Intente usar los nombres ahora.
Do some no
Ajá.
some or yeah do some and Bob drives to work.
Very good. Do Sam and Bob drive to work? Acuérdese, en las preguntas ya no agregamos la S, ni en las negaciones ya no agregamos la S. Very good. Do Sam and Bob drive to work? So just remember, we will start a yes no question in simple present when we are using other verbs with the auxiliaries either do or does. Si estamos usando yo, tú, ellos, nosotros y cualquier o más personas en el sujeto, cosas plurales, we will use do. We will use does cuando estamos hablando de ella, él, mi perro, mi gato, mi doctor, cosas singulares. Okay? But these are just yes, no questions. But actually in the other question, it's the same pattern. Acuérdense, do se ocupa para I, you, they, we, and plural nouns, and does for she, he, it, and singular nouns. Now let's see. Negative, Juan Carlos.
Okay. Sam and Bob doesn't drive to work, or they doesn't drive to work.
Mm, which auxiliary are we using here? Is it does or do?
Mm, creo que negativamente sería doesn't.
Doesn't?
Ah, no, sería do.
Okay, in negative, it'll be Sam and Bob don't
Don't.
drive. Very good. Don't drive to work. Don't drive to work. Once again, my dog doesn't sleep inside. Victoria, affirmative.
My dog sleeps inside.
Excellent. My dog sleeps inside. The question, Alessandro. Alessandro?
Yes, I'm here.
The question?
Um,
¿Con
ok.
qué vamos a iniciar la pregunta?
Do.
Estamos hablando de un perro.
Ajá.
Entonces es it. No sería
Sleep.
do. Sería
It dog sleeps inside.
¿con qué auxiliar empezaríamos? Con do or does. Does.
It does.
Does your dog sleep inside? Like this. Does your
Oh.
dog sleep inside? So let's reinforce that. Reforcemos eso. Permítame. Vaya, pongámosle atención a esto. Aquí en negative, we have I, you, we, they don't run. I don't run. You don't run. We don't run. They don't run. When we have he, she, it, we use doesn't. He doesn't run. She doesn't run. It doesn't run. The S for third person verbs moves to the auxiliary doesn't. Also, always use the base form of the infinitive in all simple present forms. Run, speak, like, work. First person, I don't run fast. You don't eat pie. We don't like pizza. Third person, he doesn't run fast. He doesn't eat pie. He doesn't like pizza. So, acuérdense, cuando usamos negaciones y estamos usando I, you, we, they, el auxiliar que vamos a usar para hacer la oración negativa va a ser don't. Cuando se ocupa he, she, it, the auxiliary that we use is doesn't. Y el verbo, miren, el verbo nunca va a cambiar. No se le va a agregar la S. En negativo, el verbo se va a mantener as its base form. What about the questions? Let's pay attention to the questions. In the questions, we will start with the auxiliary. Vamos a aplicar la misma regla. If we have I, you, they, we will start with the auxiliary do. Do I run? Do you run? Do we run? Do they run? And the same here. If we have he, she, it, we will start with does. Does she run? Does he run? Does it run? Y el verbo se mantiene. Lo mismo. No cambia. Now let's go back. Do doctors, porque es plural, do doctors help people? ¿Cómo sería la afirmativa? Freddy.
Doctors help people.
Excellent. Doctors help people. Así de simple. Para hacerla, pues, para hacerla to turn this question into an affirmative, what we have to do is only remove do. And that's it, and remove the question mark. And there you have your affirmative sentence. What about the negative? En la negación va a ser diferente. En lugar de quitar, vamos a agregar. Let's see, Daniel. Doctors,
Doctors don't help people.
excellent. Doctors don't help people. Very good. Doctors don't help people. England has a king. Let's pay attention to the verb that we are using. Has. Negative. Victoria.
Mm, England, mm, maybe doesn't
Ajá.
a king.
And where is the verb? ¿Y dónde está el verbo?
Doesn't has a king, sorry.
Very good. England doesn't have. Aquí va a cambiar. Aquí sí va a cambiar porque aquí está en tercera persona. Has. Pero lo vamos a pasar en base form. Have. Very good. So England doesn't have a king. What about the question? Juan Carlos.
Does England has a king?
Has or have?
Have. Does
Very
England have
good.
a king?
Excellent. Does England have a king? Excellent. Ya le vamos agarrando. Very good. My sister and I. We are talking about two people. We have two subjects. My sister and I. My sister and I don't wake up early. This is negative. What about the affirmative, Alessandro? Alessandro? Alessandro?
Ay,
No, okay, Alessandro. So I have a negative sentence here. My sister and I don't wake up early. Make it affirmative.
we we
Uh-huh.
we wake up early.
Excellent. We wake up early. Or we can say my sister and I wake up early. Perfect. What about the question, Victoria?
Do my sister and I wake up early?
Excellent. Do you and your sister wake up early, or do my sister and I wake up early? Perfect. Guys, do you have any questions about this?
No, that is confused for me.
Yeah, actually, it is very confusing. It is very confusing, but we just need to practice. Let's see if we have more practice. Let's see. Multiple choice. Positive. Aha, help me with this one, Alessandro. Read the sentence and give me the correct answer.
Okay, every day he drinks
Aha,
water.
perfect. Freddy.
The two girls ride horses by the beach every week.
Excellent. Juan Carlos.
The father and the baby Sleeps in the bed.
Are you sure sleeps? Or
Yes.
maybe sleep? Who knows the answer? Is it sleep or sleeps?
Sleep.
Why? ¿Por qué?
Porque están hablando de ellos.
Exactly. Because we're talking about the father and the baby. So we say sleep. Perfect. The father and the baby sleep in the bed. Perfect. Daniel.
His mother works at factory.
Excellent. His mother works at a factory. Victoria.
My mother and I walk in park every afternoon.
Excellent. I think there is an auxiliary. I mean, an article missing. My mother and I walk in the park every afternoon. Excellent. Alessandro.
He drinks tea at breakfast every morning.
Excellent. And we had a short story. Help me read. No, I will start. My family and I are always busy on Sundays. In the morning, continue Victoria.
My sister Sarah and I play basketball, and then
Mhm.
she goes,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know, say
Rollerblading.
rollerblading with that.
Excellent. A patinar. Excellent. Very good. And then she goes rollerblading with my dad or with dad. Continue, Daniel.
I really don't like rollerblading,
Uh-huh.
so I usually sleeps no,
Slaps.
help
So I
help
usually help.
mom with the shopping.
Excellent. So I usually help mom with the shopping. Alessandro.
In the afternoon, in the afternoon, dad make makes small plans, and then in the evening we all watching a film together.
Okay, very good. That makes. Very good. Aquí le salió bien. That makes, aunque estaba hesitating, aunque estaba dudando, but that was okay. That makes
I read
mono.
I read
Uh-huh.
the whole sentence and I say, oh, he's mate.
Okay, very good. So that makes monoplanes. And then in the evening, we all
Watching. No, watch.
watch. Very good. Watch a film together. Very good. And the last one goes to Freddie.
My sister
Mhm.
don't
My
eat,
sister don't?
doesn't eat
Mhm.
popcorn, but but the rest of us do. Sunday is my favorite day.
Excellent. My sister doesn't eat popcorn, but the rest of us do. Sunday is my favorite day. Perfect. So guys, let's pay attention to third person and first person because we need to work on it, especially with these rules, third person singular rule in simple present and the negative rules as well. So I will send you information through through WhatsApp. So for you to keep on practice on this. Any questions before we go?
No.
No question.
No,
A todos les llegó